Greetings, friends and family. We had a gorgeous week here in Klamath Falls, up into the 60s, sunshine, and we thought, yes, this weekend we are going out on a venture, and we're gonna go check out our spring loop, early spring loop up over Crater Lake and over into the Rogue River Valley, and then the weekend hit, and it looks like that. It's cold, but it doesn't matter, huh, guys?
No.
We are going anyway, right?
Right.
Rusty and Ruby are happy to go. Rusty, you happy to go?
Rusty, over
Yeah. There we go. We go and we find what we find, and we are going to have just a really good time. Town of Fort Klamath, Oregon. It's here because it's on the way there. Go see Pearsony Falls. I like that, Pearsony Falls. You like that, Russ? Rusty, you wanna go see Pearsony Falls? Huh, Ruby? Should we go see Pearsony Falls? Let's go. It's a pretty trail down here. Ruby, you ready to do the rest of the way hyper speed? We're probably halfway there. All right, let's go the rest of the way hyper speed. On the road again, continuing down the Prospect Road about 6 miles, and we'll catch up to Highway 62 again, just up above Lost Creek Lake. And we'll pull off first here at Lewis Road, and we'll check the falls from the basalt cliffs here and see if there's any new crystals that have come down. There's Peyton Bridge over Lost Creek Lake. Check both sides of the road here. See if there's any new zeolites that have fallen. There's some new falls, some little Little vugs, amygdaloidals. Look at there's a. Let's get it to here. See if it'll focus in a little better. Pretty crystal there. Really pretty crystal in there. So yeah, there's lots. Here's some of that asphaltonite. That's not a recent fall. That was thrown off of the road. You want some asphaltonite?
Asphaltonite. Come
Yep.
here, Ruby. Ruby. Look at the little hairy thing on this one.
You got hairy things? Oh yeah. That's kind of cool in there. What's that called again? It's
That one looks like there's
crystal in
stuff all
it.
through it.
So I was looking at this one too. I think that was all the hairy stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the scolecite here, that's scolecite, and then it went into whatever that is. It's all decomposed, but that's all mineral right there. I just destroyed it, but it's cool. There might be some good pieces here. Here's something up here. If Rusty will let me. Got a little vug. Maybe some crystals in there. Look at this one, a little deeper one. Yeah, there's a pretty good sized crystal in that one right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at this side. Got some crystal formation on that side. That amygdala, oh, over here too. There's enough there. And I think, is that a, oh, it's a spider hole way in there. We'll have to clean that one up. Maybe chip out a little more to get it a little cleaner. And that could be a nice specimen. Just wanted to do a few like this. We'll put it in the pocket for this road cut. New stuff that came down. What is this up here? It's a little steep. A whole vug. It is, and it's got that mineral that I can't remember, the fuzzy mineral. That's all the fuzzy part there on the scolecite. Are you bringing down the new stuff? Let me see what this one is here. Pretty. All right, Rusty says we're gonna go up here. Come on up here, Russ. I don't want you to pull me down. I need you to pull me up. Pull me up. Here's one way. Whoa, not too far. Not too far, Russ. Not too far. We wanted to see what these crystal pieces are up here. There's shape and form to them. Go this way, Russ. Whoa. I want to go down. Down there ways, huh? What do you see? See any crystals? All right. Oh, one more spot we'll get to, because you can't stop until you get to the top, right, Russ? Right? You can't stop. What's this down here? Oh, is it what I think it is? Oh, it is. It's a little faceted crystal. I don't remember what those are called, though. Found a few little pretties. I love these amygdaloidals. Let's found these little ones that were pretty neat. They're full of little crystal-filled vugs. Aren't those neat? I'll have fun going through and seeing what's inside each of the little bugs, and each of these you can tell broke off just this year because they're relatively clean inside. We're on the other side, about time to head out. We've been here for a little while looking for whatever crystals. That's definitely a crystal, but it's about the size of a sunstone. It just turned really cold and starting to rain a little bit, and so we're going to go head down toward the dam. Toward. I know it's spelled toward. All right. We'll go to the dam road cut. We're back here to see if there's any new releases this year. And there's a couple things. Here's some down here. That one has definitely some zeolites. I'll have to take that and clean it up and see what it's like, because it's very translucent. I don't know if that's because it's got water on it. Here's something else, looks like it fell. Put this one in my pocket. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, I think it's that cabazite, and it's got some moss and dirt on it, but it's very sparkly. So we'll take that piece because that's a nice little plate. It's like the plate right off the inside of a split. There's something a little crystally. It's just a little cluster. Anything else down here new, Russ? Any new releases? There's some white. What's that? Don't know what that is. Oh. It's all lined with mineral, but I don't know what it is. It's not something that looks really spectacularly. Oh, it's very fragile too. Crystally pretty, but that's okay. Here's something that looks like it came down. Let's go down here. Ah, look at that. You can see the shape of that. I believe that to be hewlandite. Hewlandite has that semi-coffin shape. Hewlandite. So we'll take that little hewlandite. Oh, here's some more little bits of crystal in pockets. Huh. Well, you can't go wrong with that one. You can pull one side off of that and see what happens. But that one's a pretty interesting zeolite specimen. A new release. You got any new releases up there, Russ? That's the piece I broke off, I think. All right, let's go up here. Let's go down in here. What we got down here? There's some calcite on there, it looks like. I can't tell if it's a really good piece or not. But, so we'll put it in our pocket and look at it closer later. This one here. There's more of that cabazite. It's not a super pretty piece. We'll leave that one here. That one hit hard, bounced, fractured, and bounced way out. I think it might be a little too broken. I don't know. Where's the rest of it? I wonder where it hit. Might have hit over there. So we'll look over there before we go. Here's some more of it. Here's one. Came down. That solid piece of zeolite. I don't think I'll be able to make a specimen out of that though. If that ends, I don't think that ends quite good enough, but I'll put it on this rock, and if I change my mind in the next couple minutes before we leave. All right, don't go too far, Russ. Can't really get in trouble up here. There's some here. Some sort of a crystal in there. Not too great. Here's some another new release. Not too great. All right, so they come from way up there, so they could be down over here too. But there's new releases. Oh, there's something very white down here. That's a clean break, fresher break. Not too good. That's this one. It's a big old chunk. I wonder what happens if I break it off. What does the other side look like? I don't think it'll clean up too good. Oh, but look at that whole rock. If that's a new release, that's something else. Oh, look at this guy. Let's look at this one here, Russ. Okay. That side's got stuff. This side's got stuff. That's calcite right there. Calcite is always just, it's not as crisp and crystally. It's a little duller, so that's the calcite. And that definitely was a vug, but it weathered quite a bit before it came down. That's a cool big piece though, Russ. Any more cool big pieces? Huh. I don't know if that'll clean up, but that is a big chunk of crystals. And it looks like it might have, it's at least 2 different types of zeolites. And that one has just one pretty heulandite crystal right there sitting in the middle. That might make a nice specimen. Heulandite, single crystal, not completely there. We'll take those with us and see. Oh, it's a sparkly one. So that's a broken off heulandite crystal. That one there looks like scolecite. I thought for sure I could see a little bit of calcite in there too, but I'm not sure. That might be a calcite crystal right there at the tip of my thumb. Well, that's a lot of crystal anyway. Whole chunk. We'll see how it looks when it dries out. Well, that's kind of neat. So you can see how there was a fracture and the crystals grew the fracture back together. It's kind of cool. There's a piece of something here. Might have looked at that one already. Must be time to go, Russ. You ready to go? All right, I'm back to that rock. I put that one and I'm like, should I take it? Let's look again. Now about the only good parts right there, and I have some at home that are better. Even though the whole thing is crystally, we'll leave that. Somebody who doesn't have much might find that really good. Oh, just a shard. Okay, bud. We're gonna head down now. We'll head. Just walking along Crowfoot Road here. Ruth's back there with the dogs in the car. It's a little bit drizzly, so not that fun. But there are some new releases here. Finding a few new releases of specimens. Some good, some not so good. Oh, there's a big one. It's a big piece off of a scolecite crystal. That's good enough to keep. So I'll walk a little bit longer here and I'll have Ruth come pick me up. I think that's a great plan. Look at this little guy. You can see all the different directions that the scolecite sprays grew into each other. So interesting. We're up off of Worthington Road, and the flowers up here are beautiful. These buttercups are coming out. Really pretty. Got some little yellows there. And then over here, there's a whole bunch of lily-like critters. See them out there? What are all these guys? Like an inside-out flower, huh, Russ? Is that what those are? Inside-out flowers? That's what they look like. What do they look like on the other side? I'm gonna tip you over. Oh, how pretty. Isn't that pretty, guys? Yeah, and there's just gobs of them out there. I think this is our last outdoor stop. We'll have some pictures of our finds. We found a little bit of petrified wood here, but that's all we found. We kind of went up that hill over there, kind of across there. Found a digging where they had a big petrified stump, but it was mostly just black stuff. Not much by way of crystallization that makes it pretty or anything. But below that, we found a few pieces that had a little more structure to it. Well, head back home? Yeah, we'll head back home. Here's what we brought home from that first stop at the junction of Highway 62 and Lewis Road. We had several of these basalt pieces that have the amygdaloidal formations in there. Like that one, this little guy is really neat because he's sparkly all over. It's really sparkly in there. Here's another one. It's got them all over it. Obviously, this was the weathered side, and this is the newly broken out side. Pretty cool. Amygdaloidal basalt. And then here's the big one we brought home. It's got that awesome formation there. And I would say, there you go, get it focused by the shape of that crystal. And that's all I'm going by. I'm making good guesses on these. So that's analcime in there. This is the one that had the spider in it. And it's a perfect little spider cave, but it is like a druzy quartz all the way back in. I don't know if it's quartz or if it's something else, but man, that is spectacular. I don't know. Here's another one that's a little smaller and it's a little weathered, but it's got some of the mesolite right there. And you can kind of maybe see it closer. And then we got a couple more pieces. This one's got quite a bit of mesolite on it. Here's one with mesolite, and this all was mesolite because it was, you can see the formation of the analcime crystals right there, and they were covered with mesolite. Here's another one that's got some mesolite. Let's see, I think this one too is, by the shape of it, I am really not sure, but you can see the keyways for how it fractured off of there. These, I believe, are full analcime crystals. That one's pretty weathered. It's dull. This one, on the other hand, you can see the sparkles off of the sides of the crystal. I got this one here, which I'm looking at it and I see it probably is stilbite. And then definitely a heulandite crystal. It's very sparkly. But if you look at it from this way, it had something else growing into it right there. But you can see the shape of the stilbite crystal, which is kind of like an offset coffin shape. Here are the specimens we kept from the second stop. And we got quite a bit of stilbite there. There's some stilbite crystals. You can see those guys. This one's virtually all stilbite. Here, I think we have definitely some stilbite there. And then this broken off piece, you can kind of see, there you go. The reflection shows you the coffin shape. That's definitely a heulandite crystal. And this could be right in here. It's not defined very well, but there's got a bit of a different color and a different sheen. Probably calcite in between there. Pretty neat. They'll have all that in one formation. Yeah, that could be. That looks a little bit like a dog tooth there. Here's this one, definitely weathered. But you can certainly see the shape of all of these stilbite crystals. And that one probably, that looks a lot like analcime. And let's see what else we got. Okay. Not sure what that is. The crystals are so small, it's really hard to see the shape, but it's really sparkly. Here's one that has, you can see the coffin shape right there. So that's definitely heulandite. Probably all small heulandites, which that other one may have been too. Here's some more stilbite. Looks like it's all stilbite. The stilbite tends to have those random, kind of a fan-like shape. All right, you got some crystals in there. Heulandite. maybe some stilbite. And then these guys. This one, look at that thing sparkle. And then there is this one. That should be a really nice close-up photo. Here's the finds from the Crowfoot Road stop, right there about mile marker 7 at Crowfoot Road. I like this one because it shows how the seam in the basalt filled with all these scolecite crystals. That's really cool. It's really a heavy piece. I'll just show you a few of these that I give good examples. There's a large scolecite crystal sandwiched between some basalt. Here's a couple more. These are kind of neat once they're cleaned up. Let's see what else we got. A couple others. Anyway, scolecite's always very interesting. And our last stop up there off of Worthington Road. We didn't find much really beautiful, but we did find these pretty unique pieces of petrified wood. They are pure rock. They are not wood, but doesn't that look like a piece of wood that's been sitting out in the weather for a long time? Pretty cool. And that's what all of these are. They just look like wood. You can see the grain, and you can see the end grain there. Pretty cool. It looks like just a piece of wood. I think that's cool. This one you can really see a lot of fine grain. The fine grain tells me this was hardwood before it turned into stone. And then this big one, Ruth thought this was really interesting because on the inside you can see the grain, and on the outside it weathered away. Those are just little pieces of stone. So they're very interesting specimens. I'm sure somebody's gonna love to have one of these in their collection. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching us get out for the first time this spring. We weren't expecting much, but how fun to find a few things, and even more to see just beautiful creation out there. And so until next time, may the Lord truly bless you and yours. Wait, don't go yet. I got something else I discovered. Remember I was talking about some of these specimens having, it looked like a different color, like calcite color. Well, I was thinking if it's calcite, it should glow in UV light. Well, let's see. Look at that. You can certainly see where the calcite is. Yes, all of those had calcite in them, and the calcite definitely responds to the UV light. Awesome.